Democratic Party has announced it is changing the presidential primary schedule. The first state in the country to have its primary will now be South Carolina. On the one hand, this makes some sense, and I'm fine with it. South Carolina has a substantial African American population, and the Democratic Party is very reliant on African American votes to win a presidential election. So it makes sense that rather than have the first two states be almost entirely white, to bring in a state like South Carolina. But what strikes me here is that there were so many problems with the primary system. Early states are so much more important than later states. The media creates this narrative of momentum where if you finish poorly in the first two or three states, you're kind of out of the race. The many important states don't weigh in until much later, and their voters don't really have a say in who the nominee is. The system is broken. And rather than simply move a state up in the order, which on balance is not a bad decision, maybe the Democratic Party should be thinking about bigger picture of ideas, regional ideas, changing the voting system, condensing the primary schedule, maybe starting it a little bit later. These are all ideas that are worth thinking about. Simply moving South Carolina first is not a terrible decision, but it's a little bit like deciding which tire to change first on a car where the carburetor is broken, the engine is broken, and the transmission is broken.